Right, welcome back. The Buffalo City Metro has been cited as a coronavirus hotspot. Why? What's going on in that metro? Let's get the very latest. Now, I want to bring in the Buffalo City Metro spokesperson, Samkelo Ngwenya. Samkelo, a very good morning to you. It seems that we have a bit of an issue with regards to Samkelo's line. Let me just try one more time. Samkelo Ngwenya, can you hear the agenda?
Yes, I can hear you playing.
Third time's the charm, as they say. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Look, serious issues. Buffalo City cited as a hotspot. We understand a summary of new cases per day revealed that in a period of 5 days, the municipality was recording an average of about over 350 cases per day. Correct? What's the latest?
Yes, that's what the scientists have predicted, and that's exactly what is happening. Our Department of Health is working hard on the ground, testing people, and this is the outcome of that. We've got over 7,000 active cases, but what's more for us, I think, relieving is the fact that we've got a very high recovery rate. Over 4,000 of those have been recoveries, and that's been commendable. But from our side, we wouldn't want to see any deaths. The city is a hotspot area, and we're doing all that we can together with the provincial government to ensure that try and save as many lives as possible.
Right. So over 7,000 active cases currently and over 4,000 recoveries. In terms of the geographical spread, where are the most cases and fatalities reported?
In terms of the reports that we get on the command center, which sits on a weekly basis, the area of King Williamstown seems to be unfortunately leading in that area. It is also followed by the East London area, as well as the third area would be the township of Ndanzani.
Yeah.
There are some rural areas that are coming up as well, because you must know we are one of the rural metros. So those are how the numbers are spread in the city.
Right. So screening, testing, tracing, and isolating, these are key components, you would agree, in the fight against COVID-19. Talk to us about the municipality's screening and testing activities. What's your goal in terms of testing per day, and how far are you away from that goal?
Well, we are very much would like to commend the work of the Department of Health. I mean, they're screening over, for instance, 186,000 people thus far, and that's about 10,000 a week. And those numbers are looking good. Currently, right now, in as far as the tracing is concerned, the tracing teams are doing that on a weekly basis. And that area as well is also, every week, whenever we get the report from the Department of Health, we're seeing a huge jump in terms of their tests. Last week they tested on Friday 38,000, and this week we had about 41,000 tests. So that tells us that there's a lot of work that goes into that area. But of course, we would want to try and prevent that. We wouldn't want to rely on the testing, as you know that everyone is taking a strain as far as beds are concerned, as well as our hospitals. So ideally, for us as a city, we would want our people to take all the precautions and meet us halfway in all the measures that we do, so that we don't get to that stage where the numbers are just out of reach. But like I said, the recovery rate of the city is quite good, and we're hoping that is going to continue inspiring us.
I just want to see if I heard you correctly. Are you testing or tracing, are you testing or screening 10,000 per week?
Both. For instance, the test, as of Friday, we had done up to 41,000 tests since the start. So that's a jump from 38,000. And then in as far as the screening, because screening it's a little bit quicker, our numbers were sitting at 186,000. And then the previous week we had 172. So that tells you that we're screening over 10,000 in a week. But in as far as testing, we've moved from 38,000. That's about more or less 4,000 tests. So it's the screening that's actually got the big jump in terms of.
From your knowledge, how reliable are these tests, and how quickly are you getting the results?
Well, the command center sits every week, every Friday, and we get the Department of Health to report within the command center so that we can send the report to the command council. I know they're working on a daily basis, and these are the numbers that we're working on. We have seen our interventions, making a difference. For instance, we have been able to identify that our informal settlements are one of the most vulnerable areas, and we've made interventions in that area. So we've got no reason not to believe the numbers of the Department of Health. They're working with us hand in hand. And so far, we think that in as far as the progressions are concerned, we are, of course, not happy with the fatalities. We wouldn't want to see any fatalities. Our fatalities are sitting at 94, and which is not good. But we are quite commendable with the fact that at this stage, they've come to us to say, let's use our ward-based structures to try and trace the team. So it's not only the work of the Department of Health, we're working together with them, we're setting up structures on the ward levels, and we'll be able to trace people together. And we think that that's going to go a long way. Whereas before, it was just only the department trying to trace and find teams. Now we're working with the councillors and setting up structures to try and identify those people, find them, isolate them if needs be, and then test them should the need arise, especially contacts.
One life lost is one life too many, you would agree, and we will be exploring some of these issues. We have a regular feature now called The Lives They Lived, where we're exploring the hurt and pain and melancholy suffered by families who have lost loved ones due to COVID-19. That's coming up at 1:30. I want to just talk to you about, some may argue that you're seeing an increase in cases because you are testing more, and this is a worldwide argument, but the two aren't mutually exclusive, isn't it? You can be testing more and have a jump in cases because there's more contagion, correct?
No, definitely, they are interrelated. If you're testing a lot and you're screening a lot, you should be able to be picking up a lot. What definitely worries is the stigmatization around that, because sometimes you will get people not wanting to come forward and volunteer themselves as part of contacts. So what you would want is, you wouldn't want to be going up and down trying to find people. You want people to come to you. And secondly, you want people to turn around the results as soon as possible so that they don't go around infecting people not knowing. So we're quite okay with the fact that we are testing a lot.
Right.
But of course, we're reiterating every week wherever we go to say to our people, please try and meet us halfway. We know that the economy is tough on people. That's why as a city, we've made available over 30 million rand in terms of food vouchers to try and get people to stay at home. There's a reason that Buffalo City has been put as a hotspot area, in a sense that it's one of the economic hubs of this province. But ultimately, it becomes very important that we, at all times, as we unlock the lockdown levels, we try and get people to adhere to all the regulations that have been put in around the issue of coronavirus.
Fear and anxiety about a disease can lead to social stigma. Stigma and discrimination occur when people associate a disease such as COVID-19 with a population or nationality. Are you concerned about that in your municipality? You touched on it. What are you doing as a municipality? What are you doing as a municipality in order to address these issues?
We're very much concerned. For us, we would want this issue to be treated, I wouldn't say normal, but it's something that can happen to anyone. We've been in a better position to get a few of our people to speak about it. We're trying to encourage, we've gone to all our media platforms to encourage people that have recovered from the virus to actually speak up. And we're hoping that's going to actually, inspire other people not to actually try and be stigmatized around this. And the setting up of the ward structures, we're hoping that this issue is going to become topical. I think one of the issues that we've picked around communication around this issue is that there's been a little bit of a top-down approach. So what we're trying to do is to not get government to be the ones that speak. Let the people speak amongst themselves. Let the community leaders, the church leaders, our moral regeneration movement, to be the ones that actually talk about it. And we're thinking, with that rolling out of having in every ward of the 50 wards in Buffalo City, having people talking about this and making this a daily activity, it won't be looked into in the way it is. We've got billboards around the city, we're on radio every day, but there's a big argument around, is your awareness campaign actually changing behavior? And we're hoping that by talking to people and actually interlinking with them on the ground, we'll see some behavioral change and we'll be able to contain the numbers.
Look, everyone can help stop stigma related to COVID-19 by knowing the facts and sharing them with others in your community. Share accurate information about how the virus spreads. Just finally, Samkelo, what's your call to people living or visiting Buffalo City at this time?
You know, like we said, Buffalo City has been declared as a hotspot area, and we're expecting everyone in the city to behave like they're staying in a hotspot area or visiting hotspot area. The issue of the mask should not be even there of discussion. Expecting people to sanitize at all times, expecting people to be very much conscious of what's going on. We've been distributing soaps in informal settlements as well as water tanks, to try and make the issue of washing hands and hygiene normal issue. And we're calling on people, not to compromise with their lives. And for us, business is very important on this issue. We're calling on business as well to actually meet us halfway. The regulations are very clear on what is expected of business. And we would want people not to, at any stage, put profit before, lives. And we are saying that if you're in Buffalo City and you see some transgression taking place, our Metropolis as well as our security cluster is always ready. Let us know. Do not get into yourself, be it a taxi or be it a business where you see that people are not being screened, temperatures are not being taken. Let us know we are ready, on a daily basis. Our law enforcement are out there trying to ensure that we always, at all material times, are meeting the standards of the National Disaster Management Act. And the least we should be expecting from the people of Buffalo City to do their best as well to try and meet us halfway.
We need to get over the fatigue of forbearance. Exercising restraint is key. Exercising tolerance is key at this time. Wearing a mask is imperative, very important. Buffalo City Metro spokesperson Samkelo Ngwenya, we thank you very much indeed for your time, sir. God bless you and the family. Keep well.